Hi guys, long time no see. I just got the mail and I got a package, so I'm opening it because I'm excited and I'm obsessed with this brand, KOS. Anyways, hi, hello. We have some major catching up to do. I just wanted to pick up the camera because I miss y'all and I feel like I have a lot of explaining to do. And I just took Mia for a walk. I don't feel good, and that's a lot of the explaining I need to do. So I'm going to just take a minute and then I'm gonna explain, but I really just wanted to say hi before the day is over because the day is moving on a little quicker than I wish it was. All right, before I get deep in a conversation, I'm going to have some bone broth with, I have to show you these. I made these gluten-free dinner rolls last night. Sorry, I just think they're so aesthetically pleasing in the store. And then I also am having some bone broth that I got from Thrive Market. And this box was the most interesting box ever. And it is Valentine's Day, so I am watching Valentine's Day. And hopefully I can gain some energy because I'm feeling very depleted at the moment. Okay, so hi. It's been a few days. It's been a couple weeks actually since the last clip you saw me. I've honestly been dreading this video because I don't know what to say. And there are things that I can't say yet. There are things I don't want to say yet. Don't mind Mia in the floor. She's always at my feet. But yeah, so I'm finally just, I guess I'm gonna brain dump, okay? I'm gonna tell you what I can and what I feel comfortable saying, also without triggering people because everybody's got something to say out there. So I'm gonna hold a lot of information back, but explain what I can. Anywho, so the last day you saw me was February 14th. It is now February 28th. And I didn't film that day because one, I ended up not feeling good, which I'm gonna explain. And two, like I said, I don't wanna talk about it. I'm tired of talking about it, but that is why I'm making this video, because I'm tired of talking about it, so I'm gonna talk about it once. If you have questions, refer to this video, okay? So I've made some points because I don't want to leave out anything. So let's start from the beginning, okay? So after my show in September, I decided to travel. I was gonna take some time to myself and go to Florida and just have a good time, okay? Do something for me for once, something very out of character for me, and run away, if you will. So I left Florida because I was there with my family, and I came home for 10 days and then I left again. Well, within those 10 days, I think it was the day that I came back here to North Carolina, I started not feeling good. And I was bloated, and that's pretty normal for me. I've struggled with IBS knowingly for a long time. I say knowingly, but I didn't realize it was IBS until a few months before my show. And no, I was not told by a doctor it was IBS, but without a doubt it was IBS. There's a trigger point if somebody wants to say something about you're not diagnosed. You know, sometimes you know yourself better than a doctor. And let's also back up. I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but I do have some background knowledge in the field. I do have a degree in health sciences. So I'm not just completely pulling all of this out of my butt. I do know some things to an extent, okay? Anyways, I get to Florida, I'm still sick, I get sicker and sicker, and from what I can remember, it really just got to a point I wasn't eating because I had zero appetite, I was nauseous, I just did not feel good. I felt so weak, had chills all the time. I felt like my body was eating me from the inside out. My intestines felt like they were itching and burning, and it's really hard to think back on all of this. So much has changed since then. So I'm trying to give you as much detail as I can that I can remember. But I was basically couch ridden. I had no strength. I just felt myself depleting. And I didn't go to the doctor or anything because one, I didn't have a doctor in Florida, and two, honestly, I can't see a doctor here even when I try. That's a whole other situation. But anyways, so eventually I ended up in the hospital twice. That says a lot for me. If I feel the need to take myself to the hospital, that tells you that there is something extremely wrong. Not to mention one of those times I actually skipped work at my new job to go to the hospital. Actually, I think both times. I don't know. Moral of the story is I have never been late to work in my life, and that was the first time I was like, I can't come in, I'm in the hospital. So yeah, and what's weird enough is they were both after eating a good amount of cashew butter. I know that sounds super weird, but I really think it has something to do with the cashew butter. So now I'm like afraid of cashews, which is really unfortunate because that's my favorite thing ever. I love cashews so much. I was referred to a GI doctor. I managed to see the GI doctor, which says a lot because healthcare is just really difficult. Anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. And I got a colonoscopy, I got an endoscopy, whatever, however you, the correct pronunciation, do we even know? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I got a tube this way and that way. And they didn't find anything, really. Nothing too alarming, at least. They did find that my large intestine is a lot longer than it's supposed to be, which is super strange, which could have to do with chronic constipation. I might say some gritty things, so if you don't like to talk about poop, maybe skip towards the end of this video. So I also had some other tests done, like I had blood work done, I had a CT scan, I had all the tests done. They're not really finding anything. It wasn't SIBO, it wasn't H. pylori, it wasn't, what else did I have done? I had some enzyme testing done. The only thing that they really found was elevated lactoferrin, which is a sign of IBD, and that goes a lot along with all the other symptoms I've had. I literally, the list is never ending. It's easier to say the symptoms I haven't experienced versus the symptoms that I have. Yeah, shortly after my colonoscopy, I actually started experiencing a lot of diarrhea, which was not normal for me because, like I just said, chronic constipation. Like, I was having a lot of diarrhea, guys. Anyways, I have been suffering from insomnia, like just massive anxiety around everything, especially when it comes to eating. Like, I have developed so many different patterns of disordered eating within the past few months. It's quite insane and it's so unfortunate, but I really don't know at this point how to avoid it because, like, food is scary and food shouldn't be scary. I totally left my notes to the side and forgot to really follow it. I'm just following my heart. And I'm really bad at explaining things, so I'm sorry. So based on all of my test results and my symptoms and everything, it looks a lot like it's Crohn's disease. Now, I'm not self-diagnosing myself by any means. Like, I'm not for that, but like I said earlier, you do know your body more than anybody else, and I can't see a doctor right now, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. I will see a doctor eventually, and I have tried and tried and tried, but that's one of those things I don't want to talk about. It makes me so angry, so let's move on. During this period of time, I have fallen out of my hard workouts, and it really sucks because I physically can't. I'm getting better, which is great. Like, every day is different. Some days I literally can't get out of bed, and it's horrible. Like, it's not even a mental thing. Like, sometimes it does have to do with mental type, like, how do I explain this? I don't want to say like depression is a factor here, but like, I do have a new view on what depression is. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not saying I'm depressed. I'm saying I have had days where maybe I was depressed, but once again, I'm not going to go into detail on that. But I am very strong-willed, and like, I I know what to look for and like how to fight that, and I think I've been doing very well for myself, okay? But let's admit it, like, we're not all perfect and can't all be who we want to be all the time. I am going on tangents. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about working out. But while I was in Florida, I was just trying to get some steps in, get some movement in. And also movement is really good when you have GI issues anyway. So just having a step goal, like I would go walk on the treadmill every day. Sometimes if it was a good day, I would run. And like that just meant the world to me. Lots of ab workouts. I've really gotten into step to the beat workouts because it's very light, and I really enjoyed waking up and doing this first thing in the morning because, I mean, I look like a zombie over here, but you know, something slow just to get some movement in to start your day feels really good, and also just, it put me in a good mood. With that being said, I have lost a lot of muscle. So much muscle, and it makes me so sad. I feel like stick and bones, and I just feel so weak. Like some days I didn't even feel like I could like squeeze the buttons on the remote. Like, you know how sometimes you wake up and you just can't squeeze your hands? Like that was me all day in every area of my body, and I never imagined I could feel like that. It's so crazy. And like looking back on my education, when you're studying these things, you never think of yourself as the patient. So I think it's a great thing. I hate to say it's a great thing, but I'm glad I have experienced all that and am experiencing this, because it's given me a new perspective on literally life. So I definitely think God had a reason for all of this and has a reason for all of this, and I do see a light at the end of the tunnel. Where the tunnel ends, I have no idea, but I hope it's in the near future. And I think it's completely changed me as a person, and I feel like you could probably tell that. Oh, also, I didn't mention, I did get a haircut, if you can't tell. I'm sure you noticed. Anyways, I don't do sit down videos for a reason. I also hate talking about myself. So my diet has shifted back and forth, back and forth. I am struggling to find anything I can eat. And like I said, it's been a struggle bus. And especially not knowing for sure what is wrong, and having somebody other than myself see what I'm going through. It's really hard to know how to navigate it and stay strong and not go crazy. Like, keep my stress levels under control, because that has a lot to do with triggering all of this as well. So I'm just trying to stay sane and heal. Those are my main priorities right now. I have been absent on social media, like showing up every now and then, but not where I usually do and that I would like to. Like, I love to document my life. And with that being said, I do want to start vlogging again. Stepping away, I have realized how much I actually really enjoy it, and I really miss it, because I feel like y'all are my friends and I could use a friend right now. So now that I'm not on the couch as much as I was before, which I guess is saying that I am making progress, so that's cool. I guess that kind of just like lit up for me, because I'm not as bad as I was before. So slowly but surely we're getting better, y'all. But yeah, I really want to start vlogging again because I enjoy it and I love sharing my life. Of course, I can't share everything, but as much as I possibly can, and keeping myself safe, I would love to share. I also, when I was in Florida, had started, or thought I was starting, a new series of trying healthy snacks. And obviously with all of the GI issues going on, I have had to back away from that. Unfortunately, I was so excited. Y'all, I literally have a laundry basket full of snacks that I am ready to try and review, and they're just sitting there waiting for all of this to be over, and I can't wait to try them. Seriously, they tease me. So that's still happening in the future. Also, as far as competing goes, I want to freaking step back on stage right now if I could, but I definitely can't. Like I said, my main goal is healing right now. I still don't feel comfortable in anything other than a baggy shirt and sweatpants right now. I just don't look good, and you can tell me all day long that I do, but I'm the one who sees myself naked at night. We're not anywhere near where we need to be to even start thinking about a date. Because as much as I like to say that I would like to compete by the end of the year, I really don't know if that's possible with how steadily or slowly this is happening. So I'm going to heal, and then I will compete in my pro debut with FMG, which is also something that happened over the last few months. I gave up my pro card with WBFF and transferred to FMG, which is a new federation, and I'm super excited about it. I actually haven't announced that yet. I haven't even opened my welcome package because I really want to do that when I'm like feeling better and ready to like dive in and work hard and set a date for my next competition. Like, it's just kind of there to motivate me. So I am not a WBFF pro anymore. I am an FMG pro, and I can't wait to compete with FMG. Once again, I am going on a tangent, but hopefully that will be sooner rather than too much later. I also just wanted to touch on back on anxiety. Like, the whole social aspect of all of this has been really hard because I'm not really able to eat or drink. And when you socialize, like, that's what we do. Like, what are you gonna do other than eat and drink? Like, even if you go do something else, typically it ends in food or drinks, or, you know, you stop for lunch. And it's just been really hard to navigate friendships and a social life, period, which sucks. Sucks really bad, because I was so excited after my show to just have like alcohol and fun foods and go out with friends, and like I never got to experience that post show. Like, I wanted Burger King post show, and I still haven't had Burger King, and just a glass of wine would be nice, and you know, a margarita. I wanted a margarita so bad. I would love a margarita. If you're my friends out there, or if we had tried to make plans as I was in prep, please know that I am sorry, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you very soon. So since I've been home, I have been trying, like, I don't know how to explain this. I've re-found myself. I have found new meaning in life, I guess you could say. I don't want to say new meaning, but I'm finding different things that I really want in life. And like, I guess I have redeveloped my whole purpose in this life and what I want out of it and things that I truly enjoy. I don't know how to explain it. Once again, this is why I don't do sit down videos. I'm just horrible at explaining things. I have realized my true why behind everything, and I really want to work harder on reaching that end goal to, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, to satisfy that why. I don't know, but I need to start living the life I want, even if I don't have it yet. Like, maybe everybody says imposter syndrome, and imposter syndrome is a big thing, but maybe I just need to live life as that imposter and pretend that I have that life that I want in the future and manifest that. And I hate saying the word manifest because I think people don't really know what the definition of manifest is, but I want to live the life I want and not care what anybody else thinks. I think that also goes with like social media and vlogging again. Like, I'm vlogging not for the views, but literally because I love it. The reason I started vlogging in the first place was to share my life with my family that I couldn't see. So I first started vlogging when I went to the University of Georgia, and my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, was in boot camp. I wanted to share my experience as a freshman at UGA with him. That footage does not exist anymore because I couldn't figure out how to upload it, got frustrated, deleted everything, tried to sell my camera and couldn't sell my camera, and then tried again, and obviously here we are. I guess I figured it out. I really wish I had that footage. I would love to look back on that, but it's also just so fun to look back on memories like Christmases and birthdays, that random date night, we bought a house. So I just really want to keep in mind that I am doing this for myself and for my family to keep up with me, because I don't live in the same state as my family, and I want them to know what's going on in my life as well. And I also want to share things that I'm learning throughout life, because I am young. I am 23, I think. And, you know, being young and a homeowner and just you know, doing life in general. We're all at different stages in life and we're all learning from each other, and I feel like the more information we can share with each other, the more successful we're likely to be, the happier we're able to live, and the more yummy healthy snacks we are. I can't think. Literally brain fog has been a big thing in this too. Should I just mention some of the weird symptoms that I've experienced? I think we should. So like brain fog. Oh, I also have a hiatal hernia. I didn't mention that either. So GERD has been an issue. So yeah, anyways, so some weird ones is nosebleeds, chronic nose running, headaches, face pain, chills, loss of appetite, fatigue, toe numbness, shaking, all kinds of stuff. I literally, one day I sat down and just closed my eyes and just started like writing down everything that was happening to me, and it literally takes up an entire page. Not like list going down, but like everywhere. Like there's just notes everywhere, so that I can just hand that to my doctor and be like, look, this is it. I think that's all I really have to say right now. And I'm actually hungry right now, so I need to take advantage of that moment because I'm rarely hungry and it takes 2 bites of food for me to be full. But I also have a tattoo appointment in an hour, so I'm going to end this video here and show you my tattoo in the next one. I'm so scared. Hold my hand, I'm scared. I've been putting this off because I wanted to compete first, and I've just been worried about like, you know, lines and what it's gonna look like on stage. But I wanted tattoos for a long time, so I'm gonna go get one today, one small one, and yeah, I can't wait to show you. I also wanted to mention, while I was couch ridden, I started an Etsy shop. So if you want to check that out, I'm still working on it. Like it's still in the beginning phase and I'm still like learning things and trying to have like maybe a baseline for it. But if you want to check that out, I will have it linked. So yeah, I'll give some more details about it later when I kind of organize it. But please check it out. I would absolutely love that, because it really means a lot to me. There's a big meaning behind it, and I can explain that later. I feel like I've explained a lot in this video, so we'll keep it there. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I know that was very long-winded, but I needed to say something. My camera cut me off.